What better way to celebrate Black Friday than to go to one of our favorite places, Nuke Em Comics. Greg's having a huge sale. Stay tuned to the end. We're going to be announcing a giveaway winner. So stay tuned to the end. Maybe Brian will buy some stuff. Let's see what we get. So true indeed. What better way to celebrate Black Friday than at one of our favorite comic shops, Nuke Em Comics. Brian's first time there.
That's true. Yep.
All dollar bin books were only 50 cents.
Yep.
How many did you buy? None.
Didn't buy any monthlies.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. Everything else was 20% off. Nuke Em has an absolute huge inventory of comic books.
They have a lot. Yeah, they have a lot. They have a lot of everything.
They have a really eclectic
Yes.
inventory.
Yeah, they do.
Dollar stuff, expensive stuff, wall books, toys.
Yeah. They have a lot of different things. The movies. I was very impressed with the selection of Blu-rays and DVDs they had.
Yeah.
Especially of cult films that are really hard to find other places. I mean, they had they had The Laughing Dead, they had Blood Delirium, they had
Brian was just pulling things out. Like,
tons.
Oh, look at this.
Tons of great old Italian horror films and
Greg is a real big movie guy.
Yeah. Well, the store is named after the classic Nuke Em High.
Right.
Yeah.
And his other stores, Phantasm,
which is Phantasm.
The movie.
Yeah.
Me and Cassie went to Nuke Comics twice before. This is my third time there. Brian visiting because of the sale. We figured we'd go.
Yeah.
Greg actually went there to be with us. He wanted to actually hang out with us for a minute or so. And here's a message from Greg.
Hey everyone, it's Greg the Ghoul here at Nuke Em Comics, and I'm telling you guys, you've got to subscribe to this channel, Collectors Confessions. They got great interviews, they do shop visits. They're here with me today, so it's a lovely day. Alright, subscribe, hit that like button, and do whatever else you can do to your screen, like touch it and reach out to them. Alright, I'll catch you guys at the comic shop. Have a good one.
Also had a bunch of horror stuff.
Yeah, a lot of horror stuff.
Posters and
books
and toys.
Yep, lots of stuff.
Freddy Krueger mask.
Yep, he has a whole retro paperback section near the back. That's really interesting.
That's
sci-fi fantasy stuff.
He's more than a comic shop. It's like a bookstore, old video store.
Just a general pop culture emporium, if I would.
You almost bought the Django figures.
Oh man, those are so expensive.
You never see them though.
No, you never see them out in the wild
because they got banned, didn't they? They released them,
they were
and
recalled.
Then they were recalled. So
there's very few out there.
Two Django figures.
He had Django, and he had the Christoph Waltz characters, the dentist. I forget his name.
I forget his name too, but good movie. They did make figures for Django.
Yeah,
not sure who said that was a good idea.
Yeah, NECA made those figures.
They got pulled. If you pulled the string, they said bad words. No, just kidding.
Oh, God, imagine.
Yeah, what word would they say? 137 times in the movie. Brian also bought the Trump Playboy. He's been looking for a while.
Did not. Did not. Nope.
What is that from, like 1980?
Sometime in the 80s, yeah. When we first all had to be.
He looks really young.
Yeah.
On that cover.
Yeah. He's with, I believe Ivanka is on the cover with him. So it was a while ago.
We had one. But I guess it's sellable right now.
Well, one of the best things they had was that classic National Lampoon magazine.
Yes.
With the gun to the head of the dog.
Yes.
If you buy this magazine, it will shoot this dog.
And
it's a classic cover.
He did something, and watch to the end of this, please, because Greg did something right when we were about to leave that completely changed the scope of this video. Right?
Oh, well, yes.
Because we were hunching, going there for dollar bin stuff. So I went through the dollar bins, and look, in the dollar bins, I bought a ton. I bought a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But right when we were leaving, he said, I just got some new stuff in from someone. I just bought this stuff. And he took out some Silver Age stuff,
Yep.
and I bought something that I probably shouldn't have. But he enticed me, and I like Greg so much. I was like, you know what? Why not? It's something that I could use in my collection. So you'll see at the end, I bought a big book.
Yeah.
A big book.
A big one.
A big one.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time we spent there, we were just flipping through dollar bins, and Brian was looking at all the media stuff. And, you know, it's always a good time.
A lot of good toys.
When we go to Greg's. Also, stay tuned to the end because we're going to pick a winner of our last giveaway. Our last time at Nuke Em Comics, we got a bunch of books for you guys. We're going to pull the winner at the end of this. So, what's your review of Nuke Em Comics?
I would say if you're able to get there, Lambertville, New Jersey, definitely go. He's got tons of stuff and a lot of stuff that will surprise you.
Yes.
Like I have my one and only copy of 2000 AD from there.
From there.
He had stacks of other ones.
Other comic shop I have ever seen has original 2000 AD stuff.
And they're really cool. If you're not familiar with the format, they're like newspapers, almost like newspaper tabloid sized. And the selection of movies, if you like hard to find horror and cult films, it's definitely a good place to go to find
good
something.
prices on everything.
Absolutely good
Everything
prices.
had good prices.
Tons of really good toys. Yeah, lots of good stuff.
The place is filled from top to bottom, wall to wall with just stuff. And always knew he was, as we were pulling stuff out of dollar bins, he was throwing more stuff onto the dollar bin. So it was a great time. It's about an hour and 15 minutes for us.
Yeah, from Staten Island.
It's a great. I'll definitely be back there again at some point. Next time he has a sale, I'll definitely be going back. So
yeah, it's a 2-hour trip out of New York City.
Yeah. Without any further ado, here's the haul. Brian's going to go first because mine's a bit large this time.
Right. I, at the moment, am not buying monthlies because I'm out of space. Organizing and culling and doing a bunch of different things with my collection.
Occasionally through Brian's collecting time, he stops collecting.
I do.
And then restarts again.
I do.
We're at our local comic shop. They make fun of him for doing this constantly.
Sure. Yeah. But again, I like to cull it down, curate it, and then start over.
So basically, Brian is putting on the brakes for a little while,
on monthlies.
Slam on the gas and go harder and faster than I possibly could at any point. As you will see by this purchase, I'm not letting up at any point soon. I'm going to buy more and more and more and more. So I'm surrounded by comic books.
So my whole focus for the visit to Nuke Em was, I know there were 50% off trades, and there were a lot of trades that were $5. And I still buy trade paperbacks.
So there were. Because clearly, again, when we went in there, I immediately went to Albin and started going through them.
Yep.
Brian looked at all that stuff. So there were 50% off
trade paperbacks.
And there were $5
and there were certain trade paperbacks that were only $5.
That's good prices.
Right.
That's convention prices.
Right. So I got a couple of trades. So the first one, written by Dan Abnett, who I like his writing, especially some of the stuff he did with Titans years ago, and a few other people involved in this. It's called The Lords of Misrule. And it is a classic old kind of horror story in a little town in England. Guy returns back to his hometown and has this whole Lovecraftian cosmic horror.
Did you read it yet or not?
Not yet. No, but I'm making my way through. That was the first trade. So Lords of Misrule. And again, Dan Abnett's name drew me to that one.
We need a new table. That's the next thing on the list of things.
Possibly, yeah.
We need a bigger table.
The next thing is this graphic novel called White Death by Rob Morrison and Charlie Adlard. And I bought this for two reasons. The first one is it's about an interesting subject. It's about the mountain fighting in Italy during World War I, where people intentionally killed the enemy by causing avalanches, which they called the White Death.
That's true?
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, a lot of this is based in fact. The other thing is it's this really cool charcoal ink drawing style that's done on gray paper.
And who did it?
In order to do this, the company is AIT Planetler.
So you had heard of this before?
No, I just saw it, picked it up, and leafed through it, and I said, "Oh, I really like this," so grabbed it because I really like the art style. I mean, look at that cover image. That's a soldier hunkered down in deep snow. You know, it just has a great look to it.
That's an interesting.
Yeah, and the artist Charlie Adlard was messing around with some new style of using black charcoals, white ink on gray paper to give this sort of feeling of like a blizzard condition.
What year is this from? Released?
Actually, I have no idea. Let's see. See if I can find it publishing.
2002.
2002. So it's fairly recent.
Yeah.
So
not really. It's 22 years ago now.
Yeah, well, compared to what you bought.
Us old people, we say recently.
This
22 years old.
This is a comic I've read before. A graphic novel I've read before. I didn't own it. but I read it. I borrowed it from somebody and read it, and I really liked it, and I know I'll come back to it. I really like Anthony Bourdain, or I liked Anthony Bourdain. Put it that way. I used to watch all of his shows, and he wrote some graphic novels. I have one at home called Hungry Ghosts, which is...
Are you allowed to say you like Anthony Bourdain?
Sure, why not?
Oh, okay. Oh.
Why?
Didn't he... Is he the one who killed himself?
Yeah, he killed himself.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
He hung himself?
Yeah.
In prison?
No, in a hotel room in Paris.
Okay.
Yeah. He did it classy.
Autoerotica?
Hotel room? No.
Oh,
no. Tried to kill him. Intended to kill himself.
Okay.
Not autoerotic. So, yeah, Get Jiro is a story about a sushi chef who travels from Japan to the United States and gets involved in a whole ninja-like conspiracy. It's based on an actual sushi chef named Jiro, who is, I believe, still alive, and runs one of the most popular sushi restaurants in Tokyo that actually occupies a train station in Tokyo.
Interesting.
And if you want to see a documentary about him, there's a great documentary about the chef, Jiro, called Jiro Dreams of Sushi. Well, Anthony Bourdain and his artist partner here, what's the name? Langdon Foss, reimagined Jiro as a action-adventure hero rather than a sushi chef. Okay. Well, he's both. He's both action-adventure and
so I guess we can't get
chef.
the right of this on the show, huh?
No, it's not going to work.
Not going to work.
No.
Unfortunately. 12.
Yeah. So, up next in my graphic novel adventure, Joe Sacco's The Fixer, a story from Sarajevo.
She went with a lot of realistic fiction, huh?
Yeah. So this, Joe Sacco, if you don't know, Joe Sacco's made a career out of doing something called graphic novel journalism, where he traveled to the war-torn Croatia, Serbia area during the war in the 90s, and then created graphic novels that report on the stories he heard there and saw during the war. And it's very much based in the real experiences of people during this conflict. He's done a few of these. He did one about Palestine as well, by the way.
So is this a new direction? You're going to more realistic?
I don't know. I just picked up...
That's 3, right? You bought 3 that are...
Well, this is not realistic. Get Jiro is not realistic.
It's based on...
It's got a real person.
Based on a real person, right?
Right. This is based on a real historical thing.
No.
No, obviously not. But Joe Sacco's work is really, really interesting. There's a new spin on doing comics. Here's something a little more traditional. Original Nexus stories from First Comics.
I always wanted to read that. Never picked it up.
I read some of the monthlies. I like it. It's this sort of space opera adventure with the superhero at the center.
Who publishes it?
A bunch of different comic companies have done it. But
Nexus?
It's Mike Barron and Steve Rude.
I've seen it in bins, and I've always like, I know it looks like it'd be interesting.
It's an independent, so it's done in black and white.
It's been since the 80s, right?
Oh yeah, it's been going on a long time. Independent, black and white, really cool kind of like. I think if you like Dreadstar, which you do,
which I do,
you might like this.
I think that's why maybe it'll be the next one after I finish Dreadstar.
It's very like space opera, like whiz bang kind of sci-fi.
Okay, so yeah,
and finally, an easy winner for me every time, and I've never even heard of this one. Alan,
old too.
It's from the early 90s. Yeah, 1991. This was published.
Okay,
it's a small, Horse? Yeah, but it's also another company involved called VG. I don't know what that is.
I don't know who they are.
Yeah, it says a VG graphic novel, Dark Horse up here. This is A Small Killing by Alan Moore and Oscar Zarate. It's kind of this surreal murder story about an advertising guy who kind of runs afoul of the law. Got this really interesting art style in it, and I really dig it. It's good so far. I've read part of it already. I haven't been able to finish it yet, but it's very different from other stuff that I was used to for Alan Moore. By the way, it's a lot more. I can't really use the word grounded,
right?
But I guess grounded compared to his other stuff,
So let me ask you a question.
High concept.
So if you guys are watching shows, usually on Tuesday, our Tuesday videos are usually interviews with creators. One of our favorite parts of having this channel is we get to interview creators. Would Alan Moore be number 1 on your list if we could get any creator on? Who would be your number 1?
I would love to have a conversation with him. I don't think we could get him.
I'm not saying that I'm saying it could happen, but would he be your number 1?
Yeah,
we could have your number 1 to get on the show.
Definitely.
Would be
most definitely Alan Moore.
Alan Moore.
Yeah, Alan Moore or there's a few other people I think.
Who would be your number 1?
I'd like to talk to Garth Ennis.
Okay,
he seems funny. But Alan Moore, I don't know if we'd get him on a comics show. He still puts out comic stuff. He just put out a new book recently, the bumper book of Magic,
you never
Serpent
know.
and Moon. But he's very against comics and comic industry, mainstream comics.
And we are very for comics, so
we are
that would be a
comic book show. Yeah. So Like he doesn't have very good. He hadn't had very good experiences with comic industry. Let's put it that way.
Who would you like for us to have on the show? Comment if you have if you have an artist or a writer.
Who should we reach out to?
Who should we reach out to? For me personally, I would love to have John Byrne on the show.
Oh yeah,
one of my favorite writers since I was a kid.
Oh, and if we're talking that era, Chris Claremont.
Yeah, I would love to have one of the older guys on it.
Simonson.
That's to me. That's I grew up, reading his stuff, and John Byrne's art really just changed the way I looked at comic books. I went from comic books to read the comic books for art based on the stuff that he put out as a kid. For me, that's who I would go for. If you have someone comment, you never know. Some guys in the past have said yes to us, and we were shocked that they said yes. Mike Allred, for one, was a great interview for us.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Your favorite interview of all time?
It was Howard Chaykin. That was a really interesting interview.
Shocked that he said yes to us, but he did, and he was, really nice to us. And now when we see him, he's nice to us. So
yeah,
there we go. That was Brian's haul. So let's go into my haul.
Let me move mine out of the way.
It's big. We will get into this. And at the end, I bought a big book. Greg suckered me into spending more money than I wanted to. So let me pull out the DC first. And as we've talked about many times in the past, DC seems to be dwindling in terms of being in dollar bins, whereas Marvel is increasing significantly. So I
don't know why that would be.
I don't know. So, but you've noticed it.
I've seen it, yeah.
Warlord number 75.
Great series.
Try to finish this series.
That's a fun
Another
series.
one.
Collecting it. Have a bunch. Didn't even make it to the list yet. Annual number 1. So there's 2 Warlords that I bought. Love the back cover of this. Kool-Aid Man.
I was looking at that. I was going to say anything.
I'm not sure.
Because
how many people played the Kool-Aid Man game?
We've been criticized for talking to each other when we should be talking to the audience. But, if we talk to each other, you're included.
You're included.
You could respond on the other end of the screen.
I got to tell you, sometimes we see the back of these ads.
Oh, it's great.
Who played Kool-Aid Man game?
That the Dungeons and Dragons ad on the other one is like key. Like, that was a big deal for me. I remember looking at that ad being like, I want to play that game.
That's what these ads were. These were big money ads, though, too. The back cover? Yeah, everyone wanted the back cover. DC Comics presents number 90. Superman teams up with Firestorm and Captain Atom.
Nice.
Another series I'm trying to finish.
Another one.
Cassidy's been saying, Daddy, you collect too many series.
DC Comics presents is kind of the Marvel 2-in-1.
That's right.
Yeah.
Brave and the Bold and DC Comics Presents.
That's right. Yeah.
Marvel 2-in-1, Marvel Team Up.
Right. So Superman was in DC Comics Presents. Brave and the Bold was Batman.
That's right.
Right.
So as I was going through the dollar bins, I was spending some time just pulling out stuff like this just to fill in. And as we were doing that, Greg he goes, guys, I got some Silver Age stuff. So he had some Silver Age comics for the dollar bin. Hawkman 22. Ooh. That's a 12-center for 50 cents. Remember, dollar bins were half off, so everything here was 50 cents.
That's awesome.
50 cents. Brave and the Bold, speaking of, number 73. This is key number 1. This is the first appearance of Dr. Volko. Aquaman and the Atom. No Batman in this issue.
No, that's odd.
Aquaman number 24. Again, 50 cents for a 12-cent comic book. You can't beat it. Look at these Aurora models on there.
Yeah, there were model ads. I saw on the other one, too.
We talked about the monster ones. There's the sports ones. Superboy number 126. Love the old Superboy covers. They're always great.
Silver Age DC covers are the best.
128.
If you like weird covers.
You know those covers?
Oh, the checkers? It was meant to attract attention on the newsstand, right? Because they would stick
racks.
out. Yeah.
So you would see this and you'd want it because, oh my God, it has checkers on it.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know why checkers would make me want a book.
I don't know. They put gorillas on.
Gorillas
were another thing they put on books to sell.
Superboy 141. Another Silver Age Superboy.
I want that Aurora model on the back.
There you go.
Look at that, guys. American Astronaut.
We're going to do one episode. We're not going to show you the covers. We're just going to show you the backs. Wonder Woman 172.
Very nice.
He just threw these. Me and another guy were going back and forth. Oh, you want that one? I'll take this one. So we were being cordial to each other.
Oh, is that the guy who brought his own box?
Yeah.
Adam
32.
Check out the ad on the back of that one. Get your kid an M16.
Guns back in the 1960s looked like guns.
Man.
Metal Men number 28. You can ride a thunder bike with your machine gun.
Nice. Ooh.
And if you saw last week's episode where I picked up a newer DC series, miniseries, Loose Cannon, I bought issues 1, 2, and 3, and said, I'm never going to find issue 4 because I've never seen it before. Oh, he had issue 4.
Nice.
What's the chances of that? So it's finished.
Did you read any of that series?
I did not.
I'm curious if that's any good.
Scary Monsters, number 3, and Scary Monsters, number 4.
Nice.
I think I only need number 2 because I had number 1. That's how it goes with miniseries and dollar bins. You never finish it. This one harkens back to an episode we did.
After I got the figure.
Nightman. This is key number 2. This is the first appearance of Nightman.
I was going to say Dayman.
Dayman. Brian did a whole episode on Nightman.
Yeah.
Brian needs to get back to doing his in-depth videos. He hasn't done one in a while.
Oh, we've been doing a lot of interviews.
A lot of interviews. Everyone wants to be on the show. Alpha Flight number 95.
Mm-hmm.
Some more series I'm trying to finish. Let's grab a bunch of these Marvel comics. Where we go with these? Alpha Flight 114. I think I only need like 10 more. Secret Defenders 20. This series ran way longer than I thought it did. Patsy Walker Hellcat number 1. This is the 6-issue limited series.
Mm-hmm.
I picked up some Thors. 406. 407. 434. Looks like Kirby. It can't be because it would be too late.
Mm-hmm.
They probably just took some of his things.
Yeah.
438. Though another title I never intended to collect, but I am now. 455. What do I have? What's that called? Obsessive compulsive?
Yes, probably.
Once I start something, I have to finish it.
Mm-hmm.
461. 478. This is key number 3. Thor returns to Asgard.
Nice.
I bought a little bit of a bigger purchase. He had this this was one of the wall books. Avengers 17.
Nice.
Remember, that was discounted, so it didn't cost that.
Is that a Kirby issue? It probably is.
Yes.
Yeah, looks like it.
Yeah, 17 in the first 20 something.
Right.
Then way later, 282, 284, 292, and then I grabbed some ROMs.
I actually have that one that you're about to show.
I don't know why I'm collecting ROMs.
ROM's a great title. No, seriously, the story's great.
I know. Never read it when I was a kid, but
great story.
It's funny because I was at a convention the day after we went to Nuke Em.
Yeah.
You'll see that episode next week.
Mm-hmm.
And John Costa was there, and I blame John Costa for this because he had these in his bins once, and I started buying them, and now I have to get them all because that's how my brain works.
Yeah.
ROM number 2. This is key number 4. The first appearance of Firefall.
Yeah.
Never read ROM. Now I'm collecting it.
It's interesting because Marvel owns the Space Knights. So they can do what they like with them as far as the MCU goes, but they don't own the character ROM.
10.
So they could do all the other characters, but not the main one.
Who owns ROM? 11.
I believe IDW has him right now.
They're not doing anything with him, right?
No, I don't think so.
21. So you see, I bought a lot. 23.
The comic ran for years, and the action figure failed right away. It was gone.
Key number 5, The Death of Nova Prime,
Mm-hmm.
Protector, Powerhouse, Comet, and Crime Buster.
That's a good issue.
These were like the Warriors. They were called the new champions.
Mm-hmm.
They all die in this issue. Yeah. 27. Yeah, the toy never did not
do well.
And the comic outlasted
the comic
by years.
Off. Yeah.
29.
Because the story was really good. They came up with a really good
35,
story.
some crossover, Submariner. 36.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go, a bunch of ROMs.
Yeah.
Not sure why still.
It's good. It's a good title. It really is a good series.
And Greg also had something in the dollar bins that I rarely see in the dollar bins because I would buy them every time. What ifs. So here's a bunch of what ifs. What if 14?
Oh, that's cool. Nick Fury in space.
What if 25? This is key number 6. The first appearance of Earth 81225. And all of these characters are considered first appearances of these characters from that Earth.
Nice.
I don't make the rules of keys. 29. What if the Avengers defeated everyone? 32. What if the Avengers became pawns of Korvac? 40. What if Doctor Strange had not become the master of the mystic arts?
So he's just like a
41. Someone else become
unemployed surgeon? Oh.
42. I told you about a lot of what ifs. 46. What If, this is a special, number 1, Iron Man became a traitor. What If 3, this is the second series. Steve Rogers has refused to give up being Captain America. As we know, he comes back in the comics.
Yeah.
Iron Man lost the Iron Wars, number 8.
Nice.
Number 11, the Fantastic Four had the same powers. I remember this one when I was a kid. It was weird.
That's a strange idea.
Yeah. I don't know how Man-Thing got involved, but
That's
I guess Thing powers. Fantastic Four had lost the Trials of Galactus.
Ooh.
Let's keep going.
Wouldn't he have just eaten the earth?
That's what I think. Listen, I don't make these up.
A lot of these answers seem clear right in front of you, you know?
What?
A lot of these seem very clear answers. What if this happened? You know?
There would be no comic book.
Right.
Marvel's Greatest Comics, 56. These are reprints of old Fantastic Four comics.
I was going to say, those are reprints.
This series I didn't know anything about. It's more,
from Max.
It's a Luke Cage.
Mm-hmm.
I actually ended up getting the whole series. 1, 2.
Brian Azzarello wrote it.
Yes.
Yeah.
3. You know anything about it?
No, but Max was like one of their adult imprints during the early 2000s. Yeah. I don't know if they still publish Max stuff.
I love when we do haul videos and the haul actually starts to come into frame.
Yeah. It's like
Supposed I went a little bit overboard.
It's right here. It's going to be
some Incredible Hulks.
Yeah.
203. Some older ones. Another comic I had no intention of collecting. 217.
The Hulk is another good title.
218. Especially Doc Samson, I think. I'm on a Doc Samson kick right now.
Oh, yeah? You're just going to get all appearances of Doc Samson.
237. This is another one. I remember this one's just John Byrne. 318.
Cool.
One of the things me and Brian love when we buy old comic books is stuff like this.
Oh, the stamp on the back.
Stamp on some comic book shop that's probably no longer around from Niceville, Florida.
Yeah.
It's made its way all the way up here.
How did it get up here?
How did it get to me? 327. 340.
Is that one of the Gray Hulk ones?
Yeah.
340? Yeah, I like that.
That's the thing.
McFarlane, right? Was that McFarlane? Looks like a McFarlane cover.
No.
No?
No. Fury. 392.
Oh, yeah. That's a nice cover, though.
This is a Dale Kwan, right?
Yeah. Yeah. This is a great cover.
Marvel double feature, Captain America and Iron Man. These are some old early 70s. This is issue number 1. No, number 2. Marvel Premiere, Tigra, number 42. I have a bunch of these. Love the old Fun and Games. I actually only thought there was one issue, but they made more than one.
That's
this
very
is
cute.
Issue 5.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of games in there for kids to do.
Right.
Marvel Team Up, number 80. Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, and Clea.
Oh.
Look at how it's coming through. Marvel Team Up, number 144. Spider-Man and Moon Knight. King Size X-Men Annual, number 6.
Nice.
X-Men Annual, number 7.
So wait, you're buying Uncanny X-Men?
Shut up.
Are you?
Yes.
Another one.
Yes, I am. As a matter of fact.
Oh, there's some good ones.
Ghost Rider 6.
And that won't be expensive.
No. I told you I was going to start collecting New Universe. Here you go. New Universe Kickers Inc. number 7.
Kickers. You want to see my special kicks?
Cyforce number 1. Night Mask number... I actually think this is a key. This is key number 6. This is the first appearance of Cyforce.
Okay.
Key number 7, first appearance and origin of Night Mask.
Okay.
Punisher 2099 number 8. Look at how it's coming into frame.
Yeah, it's slowly rising up.
Marvel Greatest Comics, Fantastic Four 93. Another reprint of a Fantastic Four thing. And the next one was the big book that I bought. I bought a whole bunch of Fantastic Four, and I bought one really big one. Drum roll.
I forgot it's all digital now.
Digital. Fantastic Four, number 52.
Wow.
The first appearance of Black Panther. This is key number 8. This is a huge gold key. This is a big book.
1966.
Yeah. Stan Lee, Ryder, Jack Kirby. This is a big book.
So that's the first appearance of Black Panther in any comic,
Any
right?
comic.
Okay.
So this is one of the ones we were getting ready to leave. We were just chatting. Greg said, I got another box of stuff. Let me see what's in there. I said, you got any Fantastic Four in it? He said, yeah, I think there might be 1 or 2 in there. This was in there. Let me see. The price was good. I couldn't beat the price, though. I know it's not in mint condition, but if you've been watching long enough, you know I don't collect in mint condition. So.
If this was in mint condition, it would
would've
cost a
cost me
lot
thousands.
more. It would have cost a lot more than this. Yeah.
So let's keep going. The rest of the books I bought were all Fantastic Four, different series from the Fantastic Four one. I get very confused by the Fantastic Four and the different series that there are.
Oh, so many different series.
This is Fantastic Four 61. I think this is Volume 2. This is Marvel Knights Fantastic Four 15. This is FF 7. Fantastic Four. This is Volume 4, number 9. 10. 11.
Yeah, is there any easy... If any of you out there know if there's any easy way to figure out what volume of a series
It takes me a lot of time to do it.
Yeah, I can only
13,
imagine.
14. So
In the
I didn't
comments.
have a lot of Volume 4. 15.
Mm-hmm. In the comments, let us know if you know of a quick,
16.
easy way.
Are they falling? I'm
Yeah.
getting too high.
It's sliding.
I'm going to put them over here now.
If you know of a quick, easy way to identify volumes of comics like Fantastic Four, Spider-Man, things
Now,
like that.
see, now this is like Volume 5.
Yeah.
Fantastic Four with a 4.
Yeah.
Issue number 1. And then wearing the red costumes.
Well, that's a tie into the movie, right? Wasn't that, didn't they do that logo because it looked kind of like the movie one that they did?
Yes. This is key number 9. Human Torch is depowered.
Yeah, I'm thinking the movie with Miles Teller and
No, it would be
Michael
too
B.
early.
Jordan,
This
right?
is Winter Soldier. This wouldn't be.
Isn't that around the same time? No?
I don't think so.
Oh.
4. Key number 10. The Bulldozer's name is revealed. I didn't know that they never revealed his name until then. It's a key. I don't make up the keys.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Brian does.
I do.
5. Key number 11. The first appearance of Aiden Tolliver, who is Quiet Man. There's the red costumes.
Yep.
No blue anymore. 6.
It's a weird idea.
Really weird. 7. Original Sin crossover.
It's good. That was a good story.
8.
Original Sin. I really liked it.
Key number 12. The return of the Puppet Master. He's a corpse, though. 9. I believe this is Volume 5. 10. 11. 12. I bought a lot of these because I've never had one. They were only 50 cents. 13. 14. Key number 13. This is the return of the original costumes. They're back in blue again. That's a key, baby.
I like they're just randomly generating keys. Like,
key.
let's put them in red costumes for 5 issues and then return to the
Annual
blue.
number 1. It turns back from after that one. It goes back to the regular numbers. So this is 642.
Mm-hmm.
643.
Good luck
Names on that
organizing.
cover.
Good luck organizing these.
Sleepwalker.
Yeah.
645. 562. This is key number 14. The first appearance of the Marquise of Death on Earth 92133. They kill all of New York. That would mean me and you.
Wow.
We're dead.
No, I don't want that.
565. Here's another one. Harrison's from Massachusetts.
There we go.
Look at that logo. It looks like a little kid drew it.
Oh, yeah. That's cute.
568. 569.
Mm-hmm.
This is volume something. Number 3. Number 4.
We need some sort of Fantastic Four expert to help Chad organize all of these.
This is 8, and then on the back was 3 from a different series. Didn't realize they were together.
I like the cover on the other one.
That looks like it.
Jim Lee.
Jim Lee. It is. It's a Jim Lee
Yeah.
cover. That must be the Heroes Reborn. That looks like
Oh, yeah,
Heroes
definitely.
Reborn.
Yes. Look at Thor. Yeah.
9. 10. 17. Key number 15. The first appearance of Twisted Sisters. Not that Twisted Sister.
Oh.
Not D. Schneider. He's not going to take it.
No, he won't.
21. But then something like this series goes at least 33 issues. Like, I don't know anything about this series.
Yeah, no, it again, organizing these is going to be impossible.
And this is from the newest series. This is the Carnage variant cover.
Nice.
Issue number 12.
So
So
that's more recent.
there you go. There's a lot of comic books in front of us.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
I have a quick trivia question for everyone
Go ahead.
watching at the moment.
Trivia question.
Let's throw this out there and see if you guys can answer in the comments. He mentioned that the Puppet Master's return, he returns as a corpse. This, by the way, the answer to this trivia question will be in a short of ours.
Brian will be doing a short on this.
What other... Well, no, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. Here's the trivia question. What DC Comics character first premiered as a corpse before premiering as a live character?
Good question. Brian will reveal that in a
Short.
sometime during the week.
Right.
That's not the end of my haul. We were at Nuke Em Comics, so I had to buy some Star Wars figures. An A-Wing pilot.
Very cool.
Why not? And Release, I believe this is.
Yeah, I believe. Yeah, it's like Three Eyes backwards. His name.
Yeah, Release, something like that.
Something like that. Or it's a mixed up version of Three Eyes. Or something.
And before we spin the wheel for the giveaway winner, which we would be doing in a second to end this video, we have a stack of comics that we were giving away from the last Nuke Em Comics. So if you commented in that one and you're a subscriber, you will be in this one. We got a gift. Matt Seeley, who's one of our longtime members, very supportive of the channel.
Big time.
He
Thank you,
sent
Matt.
us something, and it certainly ain't for me.
Not for me?
It's for you.
It's for me?
Yes, it is.
My.
I opened it before.
Matt, big thank you. Thanks for the support. And even before I open it, thank you for this.
Matt was one of the early winners of one of our giveaways, and he's been really supportive of us since the beginning. And often he'll send us something.
Oh, so you already looked at it.
I looked at it. I know what it is.
Oh, my. I see it already. Oh, let's get it out of this packaging.
Matt's been watching the show and realized that Brian's been talking about something a little bit more so.
Let's see what we got here. Another artifact for my collection. Matt wrapped this really well. Ooh, look at this. This is a... Oh, that's cool. I like that. It's a Free Comic Book Day magazine, 2000 AD. Right there. And the covers are all...
I like that, the covers.
The covers are all homages to famous comic book covers.
The Action Comics #1.
Yeah, see those?
Okay. That's X-Men, and then it's Marvel Fantasy. First Pink Fight. Oh,
and then it's
cool.
got this kind of Avengers-ish
Cool.
kind of layout at the back.
Matt, thanks for thinking of us.
Yeah, thank you. This is
Appreciate it.
amazing. Thanks so much. This is awesome.
Before we spin the wheel, let's look at some of the previous winners. Here's Robert. He won Fantastic Four 47. I hope he's enjoying it. And here's Anne-Marie. She won the last comic book lot. Thanks for sending the pictures. Thanks, guys, for being members and supporting the channel. Let's spin the wheel and see who the winner of this giveaway is. Congratulations, Robert Wiley. You are the winner. Email us at collectorsconfessions@gmail.com and we'll send that out to you. If anybody on here is looking for any Christmas presents, we have some t-shirts that we make for our Collectors Confessions. Check them out. Some cool comic book things. If you see how much we spend on these things, please become a member or give us a thank you gift. Help us keep the channel going. Recently, YouTube cut the amount of money they're giving for videos by a lot. So the channel has dropped in revenue. Any dollar can help. As always, guys, I think Brian's preoccupied with this.
I'm looking at 2000 AD.
Thanks for watching, guys. Love what you collect.
Collect what you love.
We'll see you when the next stack comes up. See you next time.
Thank you, Matt.